We're on Eruvin, Perek Vav Mishnah Zayin. So we're in the middle of talking about Eruvin Chatzerot. We're talking about the idea that the idea of the eruv is once you have an enclosed structure to create commonality in the members of the Chatzer. Okay, so our Mishnah says, let's say you have brothers. Ha'achin hashutafim. If you have brothers or shutafim, it's really one or the other. Shayu ochlim al shulchan abihem. So they all live in the courtyard. They all live in the courtyard with dad. You start off a little apartment and keep expanding it, and now it's like the mafia. They have a whole courtyard with only the family. So they all eat with dad. Now the Gemara is going to explain that if they really eat al shulchan abihem, they all go and eat with their dad. There's no reason then for them to give food for the eruv to be in their father's house or for them anywhere to be together, because there is commonality, because since they're Ochlim al Shulchan Abihem, literally, it's not like they have to create a false sense of we're going to eat together and the courtyard is shared. They literally eat at their father's house. So the Bartanura is going to explain that we're talking about a case where they get food from their father and they go back to their houses. So, Achim Ashutapim, brothers or partners, Shayu Ochlim al Shulchan Abihem, V'yashenim B'vateihem, they eat from food from their father and then they sleep in their house. And each one must contribute to the eruv, and therefore the fikach im shachach echad mehem v'lo eruv. If one of them forgot and he did contribute to the eruv, then mevatel l'rishuto, he has to be mevatel l'rishut, as we've seen before. This guy forgot, then his part of the communal courtyard is asur to them unless he's mevatel his rishut. Says the Mishnah, Matai, when is this true? Bisman shebo lichin eruvan b'makom acher. So this is only true when they take the eruv to another makom acher, meaning not to their father's house. I.e., even though they're taking food from their father's house, if they then put their eruv in this guy's house, okay, then they all have to contribute to the eruv. So we have two conditions. It's just important to be according to the Mishnah. If they all literally eat at dad's house, then they don't eat an eruv. If they take their food from their dad and they put the eruv somewhere else, then they do need an eruv. But if the eruv came to their father's house, i.e., where they were, meaning if the eruv came to their house, they need an eruv, but the eruv stays at dad's house. Or no one else lives in the chatzer other than them, meaning it's all only a family compound. And so yes, they take their food home, but it's really all one family compound, and they all live off dad. Then einan tzrichim la'areh. Then they don't have to make an eruv. I just want to show you the Bartanura where he says this. And he says based on the Gemara, "V'ochlim al shulchan aviyem lav davka." It doesn't literally mean that they literally eat at their father's table, because if they did, the Gemara says, I just want to emphasize this point, if they literally ate at their father's table, they wouldn't need an eruv at all. Ela notlim zonotehem b'beit aviyem. They take their food from his house. V'ochlim otam kol echad b'beito, and they all eat kol echad b'beito. This would be a really interesting question. For example, my wife works at a kibbutz called Kibbutz Yavne. Kibbutz, I don't remember the name, so it's slipping me right now. Okay, Kutzat Yavne, right? Sorry, Kibbutz Yavne. So they have a communal dining room, but then sometimes people take the food and go back to their house. One wonders. I have to ask the Rav, do they make an eruv, or they literally the communal dining room is a communal area? Do they have to have another eruv as well? And according to this, it's an interesting question. They're not brothers, but they are shutafim, and they all do eat in the main dining room. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, email me at this email address, which is my email address, and we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.